Hello everyone. If you want to display titles, dates, or other information that should remain visible while scrolling through a large dataset, then creating a floating cell in Excel is the best option for you. Floating cells are very much handy for adding comments or annotations to specific cells or data points in your worksheet. When creating charts in Excel, you can also use floating cells to display data labels directly on that chart. So this is Zehad Rian from Exceldemy, and today we'll learn two methods on how to create floating cells in Excel. Before going into the methods, let's talk about the dataset a bit. Here we have a large dataset of salesperson and their selling amount in column B and C. We want to track the total amount of cells for all the time by using the floating cells here. So we'll be using Microsoft Excel 365 for describing the whole video. Without any further discussion, let's get started. In our first method, we want to utilize Watch Window to create floating cells in Excel. To do that, at first we'll go for the Formulas tab. In the Formula Auditing, we'll be going for Watch Window. Click on it to open Watch Window dialog box. Go for the Add Watch to open Add Watch, where you need to insert the cell which we want to show as floating cell. As we want to show total amount of cells in the C34 as floating cell, so I'll select it and then click Add to show it on the Watch Window dialog box. Now let's change the selling amount of the column C. Suppose you want to change C9 from 328 to 5000. Raise the enter button and see the total amount of cells have been changed in the Watch Window dialog box. Let's see whether it has changed in the C34 or not. Then you will see the C34 value and the Watch Window dialog box is same as before. Now let's change another cell and see whether it's working or not. Press the enter button and see it has changed. So the Watch Window dialog box is working perfectly here. If you scroll through the dataset, then you will see Watch Window dialog box is always floating on the screen. So that's floating cell for you by using the Watch Window dialog box. For the second method, we'll be using VBA code. To use the VBA code, at first we need to enable the developer tab. So we'll be going for the File tab and click on Options. To open Excel options, go for Customize ribbon, and in the Customize ribbon, you'll go for the Developer tab. Tick on the Developer tab, click OK to enable the Developer tab here. After that, you'll go for the cell which you want to show as floating cell. Select B34 and C34, then go for the Home tab, and here in the clipboard you will find Copy and click on Copy as Picture. Then the Copy Picture dialog box will get open on the screen. Tick on As Shown on screen and Format as Picture. Click OK. After that, go for the cell which we want to show on the screen. Press Ctrl+V in the keyboard to paste it down. Adjust a bit so that you can show it clearly. Let's go for the Developer tab now and click on Visual Basic to open Visual Basic Editor, or press Alt+F11 to do the same. Now, as we are trying to get the VBA code only for the VBA code sheet, so we'll go for the Sheet 5 VBA code, double click on it to paste it here. You need to remember that we are using the code only run for this sheet. So we'll go for the notepad where we have already our code written, and now we'll copy it down by using Ctrl+C in the keyboard and then paste it here in the Visual Basic Editor by using Ctrl+V. Let's talk about the code a bit. So at first we have private sub worksheet here. This line defines a worksheet event procedure that runs whenever there is a change in the selection on the worksheet where the code is located. After that, we have the target as Excel. This portion is a parameter that represents the range of cells that have been selected or modified. After that, we have the declaration portion where the lines declared some variables to be used in this code. My picture will restore the reference to the picture that you want to position. My top and my right will be the store that will top and right the coordinates of the picture, and top right cell will represent the bottom right cell of the visible range on the active window. After that, we have gone for the position of the bottom right window, which will be going for the cells of the AAR, which will be starting from 1, that is set to 1 as the row number, and AAC is set to the number of columns in the visible range. After that, the top right cell is set to cell located row 1, and column AAC is representing bottom right cell in the visible range. After that, we'll be moving forward to the setting position of the picture, which will be set position of active shade picture 1. This line sets my picture to the first picture object on the active sheet, and one should ensure that there is a picture added on the worksheet before we have added the code. And after that, we'll be going for the my top and my right option. These lines calculate the top and right position for the picture. My top is set to top coordinate of the top right cell, and then add 5 units with it to move with the picture slightly down if we go for the active cells. Remember that the things are only working when the active cells are changing. If you are not changing the active cells, then the things won't get worked here. After that, we have my right is set to left coordinate to the top right cell, which will be minus the my picture option, and then it will be going for the width portion, which will take the right corner of the cell. After that, we have picture portion that will top my top and left will be my right. This portion finally blocks the set of the left position and my picture to the calculation of the top and right values, effectively positioning the picture in the right corner to the bottom right cell. If we summarize the whole code, then we'll see this code is designed to provide a dynamic placement of a picture that is response to the selection of a change within the worksheet. But you need to remember that the scrolling will be only working if the active cell has been changed. Otherwise, the code won't work here. So we need to modify the active cell with the change of the scrolling. Let's save the code by using Ctrl+S in the keyboard or go for the save option. And now we'll go for our main worksheet. So let's see whether the code is working or not. At first, we'll be using the keyboard scrolling to see whether the code is working or not. So we'll be using the keyboard and scroll down arrow just to see whether the total amount of cells picture is changed with the scrolling or not. Let's go for the lower portion and see the total amount of cells is changing its position by change of the active cell with the help of keyboard scrolling. We need to scroll down with the help of mouse, and you need to remember that the floating cells is not working because we have not changed our active cell. So if we click on a new active cell here, then you will see the floating cell has come onto the screen. So if you go lower portion also and click on the active cell, then it will be changing its position. So that's how we can easily use the VBA code to create floating cells in Excel. Now we want to show you something special. Here we want to create floating text box in Excel. To do that, we need the help of the developer tab. Go for the Visual Basic to open Visual Basic Editor, or press Alt+F11 to do the same. At first, go for the Insert and click on User Form to open the user form here. Again, go for the Insert tab and click on the module to open a new module here. Let's return back to the user form 1, and here at first change the caption from user form to total number of O positive. Now you have added the caption here. Then go for the toolbox, select the label and create the label here. After creating label, right click on the label and select view code to open the user form here. In the Visual Basic Editor, at first select the click option and choose initialize to write down the code here. Now let's delete the first portion because we only need the initialize portion. So here at first we'll write down our code. The code starts with me.label1, as we have already marked the label 1, and then it will be going for the caption. So we'll be going for the caption, then the equal sign to get the input. So we'll write down the format here, format, and after that we'll be going for the worksheets. So write down the worksheets here, and then we'll be moving for the name of the worksheet, which is floating box. So write down floating floating box, which is the name of our worksheet. And then we'll be going for the range, which will discuss the cell which we want to show on the screen, which is in this case G5. So we'll write down G5 in the double quotation, and after that we'll be going for the value. So we'll write down the value here, and as we're trying to get the scrolling portion, so we have a hash here, and after that we'll be going for the end sub. If we summarize the whole code, then here will be me label 1 dot caption will be the label 1 is the name of the label that we are previously added on the form, hence you need to write the name you put, and then we have the worksheet name, which is the floating box, and the worksheet name will be applied here, and then the inside the range G5 will be showing on the screen, and after that we'll be going for the floating box worksheet, which is our worksheet. Double click on it, and then let's go for the calculation. So at first here we'll be going for the worksheet, select worksheet here, and then we'll be going for the selection change, which will be the calculate. After that we'll move on to the next portion, and as before we'll delete the first portion and write down the code here in the worksheet selection change portion. Now after selecting the range, we can use the same code just we have used before. So we'll copy the code and paste it down here by using Ctrl+V. Now we need to start the module and help it down with the user form. So we'll go for the sub, and this portion will be going for the show form. So we'll write down show form here as the starting point, and next portion we have the user form. So write down the user form 1, and the next will be showing, and if it doesn't work then it will be going for the false. So we have got everything here as we need. Now if we save it down and then go for the main worksheet, then press Alt F8 to open the macros we are showing on the screen. Here we have our show form which we have just created before. Click on the run, and you will see the code is running perfectly. So if we scroll it a bit, then you will be seeing that okay, it's working here on the screen. Now let's go for any cell and change O negative to O positive. Click the enter button, and you will see it has changed from 2 to 3. Now if you go to the G5 cell, then you will see that okay, your code is working perfectly. So that's how we can easily create floating text box in Excel. So that's it for today. You can follow these methods accordingly, or you can download the practice workbook from the link below. Hope this will help you. If you have any questions, suggestions or feedback, please let us know in the comment section. Or you can have a glance at exceldemy.com or join our thriving Exceldemy community forum, where you can post your Excel and VBA challenges and get solutions from our experts and fellow users. Thanks for watching our video. If you like this video, please consider subscribing for more content like this.